Hi everyone, Mary at Espresso Press Design. Thanks for being with me today. We're going to make some art cards, and I hope you'll join me. So you might ask, what are art cards? Well, I was thinking everybody likes ATC cards, and I like ATC cards, but the problem with them sometimes is that they are very small, and they don't use up a lot of scraps and things like that. So of course you have postcards, and I like those. And I did a video of those before, making postcards similar to these. But I was thinking, what if I create some art cards that I can use for backgrounds and create a different type of book, a little bit different than a collage book or an art journal. So of course you can make your art journals with your background pages, and I have a gazillion of them. And generally I do my collage, you know, like this. So I have collage books like this, which is, fussy cutting and arranging and everything like that. But I thought, what if I could do something like this and create a book with photo corners, because this is a same size 4x6, and then do my art cards and put them in my book, make a book with pages like this, or 2 or 4 or whatever, and keep my art cards in there. And then if I don't like one, I can just toss it, and if I do like it, it can stay without having to paint over an art journal page or something like that. Although you shouldn't care, because your art journals are just for experimenting usually and having fun, but I thought this would help me build some skills, create a book, use some paper, use some scrap paper, and then I could also, if I don't even want to use them for an art journal card, I can use them for postcards, or I can use them for journal cards. So they are multi-purpose, multi-recycle and reuse. Of course, if you have your gel print scraps, okay, that was another reason, is this little bin of scraps is getting way too full. You could use your gel print scraps. You could use books, which I've also been kind of thinking of cutting up this book and doing some diagrammy or who knows what, but I haven't gotten around to cutting these up yet, because I don't know, cutting up a book is hard for me until I can find a specific use for it. But I have 11 of these in this series of Popular Mechanics do-it-yourself encyclopedias, which I will be selling. So I will be coming up with something to do with these books. And in the back of my mind was some cool postcards. So you can use all kinds of things. You can use magazines if you like collaging with magazines, whatever. So you will need some scraps, whatever scraps you choose, a glue stick, and I am also using, I have a bunch of these cardstock starts, cut-offs, and I do not make cards that much anymore. So I'm going to be using a bunch of these, but I'm going to cut them like, to start, I'm going to cut them like 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, 6 1/2, whatever. So that when, after I get all these glued on, I can trim them up a little bit. And then what I do is I run these through my Sizzix after the glue is completely dry, so I can make sure everything stays adhered. And then I can do some extra work on these, probably with gouache, some stenciling, who knows. But they're just basically backgrounds. Nothing too descriptive or anything like that. Just backgrounds as if you were doing ATC cards. So, okay, let's get started. And what I'm going to do is, I'm probably just going to do one because I'm pretty sure you're going to get the gist of it. And what I'm going to do is trim this down to a little longer than 6, and then after I get everything glued on, I will trim it again. And then maybe I might be speeding up sorting through papers here. Let's see, I have blue, purple, pink. Let's see if we can get something green. So I'm sorry I'm late. Back to school. And I was just so tired yesterday. And I wanted to, since sun seems to be at a premium, before this summer's over, I decided I wanted to get some sun and relax. It was a long trip and I'm not used to it. We're not used to it. So everything seems to be okay. The new apartment mates seem to be okay. And guess what? They knew what junk journals are and they love crafts. So I was like, well, maybe I should move in. Because we were all, one of them is taking interior design, and boy, the apartment looked fabulous. but like your typical dorm apartment, whatever. So I'm going to make them a coaster. Okay. I don't think I see anything else too interesting in the green department. I think that's probably enough to get started. Oh, there's something. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Let's start with this. That's nice. Okay. Don't be sticking already. Should I chop that? I probably should. Let's give it a chop. I kind of like that blue. Okay. Start with that. So other than that, we had been trying to squeeze in all of the last bit of fun we could before she left. So we had one last photo excursion, one last hike in the woods. It's still not straight. I should have this on my grid there, if I care about getting things straight. That's a little better. So it was absolutely stunning. The lake was like a mirror. But before you knew it, I was walking for 2 hours. Before you knew it, 2 hours was past, and you realize you're walking for 2 hours. Boy, was I tired. I think I'm going to put... Oh, there's actually letters on there that you can barely distinguish, but I'm going to chop that up. So hopefully, I don't know if she's coming home for Labor Day, but hopefully we'll get some more sunshine and summer. Did I have another piece of that? Yes. Okay, I like that. And because I am, you know, I'm going to be pressing this down in this Sizzix. I'm not too worried about layering paper here. Okay. Really like that, but I don't want to cover that. I shouldn't have went up so far with that. You should try to keep a larger piece on your edges. So you should probably start on your edges and work in and keep a larger piece there. And you don't have to go symmetrical. You can tear. Which I also have an idea about that. Tearing paper. Okay. Probably you. Gonna go in there. Filling that a little bit. Okay. Give this a rough trim. And then we'll see if there's something we want to put on top. And I've just kind of been, another thing I've been struggling with is what I want to do. I don't think I'm primarily in a junk journal channel. Or primarily an art journal channel. Or any of that, because I like to do a lot of things. I'm primarily a Be Creative channel, Foster Creative channel. Okay, I like that. That's definitely going to need pressed. Let's see if we can get, I really like this. I'd like to put a little part of that somewhere. Might end up getting covered up, but yeah, I like that. Okay. So I think you get the gist, and again, I've done these before. I've put lettering on top. I've put, I think I did this, something similar not too long ago with sticker paper. I think. I can't remember. Okay. And if you see something, if you want things to be straight, but they're not straight, you could just put another little piece. Let's see. Yeah. Another little piece there. And you don't, of course, you don't have to be monochromatic either. But these are fun. And it gives you a chance to practice a lot of things. Is that even sticking? Okay. So there we go. There's another art card. And I'm just going to trim that down now. What side? If I trim this, I'm going to have to take a little off each side, unfortunately. It's looking like, because I'm losing that entire background. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, I'd rather take it off this side. I don't want to lose my lettering. I'm not sure if that's straight anyway, so okay. There's 6. And that got even thinner. Okay. And there's 4. So that's all trimmed up. I like it. So let's get our other ones. That one goes like that. Like that. And like that. Okay. So there you go. Art cards, or postcards, or journal cards, or whatever you desire. Backgrounds. And you can get rid of 2 types of scraps. Bunch of scraps, and then have some bases for collaging on top, painting on top. I'm sure I'll be using gouache or something like that. If I want to do some type, use these as an art, like an art journal spread background, but and then I'll be creating some type of book with photo corners, and I can keep it as a collection. Okay, everyone, I hope you found this helpful, useful, and fun, and I will be going outside today and doing something I usually do in the summer, and I haven't done it once all summer. I haven't crafted outside. I've crafted outside one time this entire summer, and usually this is something you can, you know, take a couple little things out with you and collage or glue and paste. Simple, relaxing, and you can do it anywhere. So that's another good point about it. Okay, you have a great day and a great week, and I will see you next time, hopefully. And thank you so much for your time and everything. Bye.